Why don't we try running a similar setup in a car? 200 kilos, 1 meter in diameter, packs a wallop. What do we got? Big thanks for your support, guys. Your likes, views, comments. As a token of our appreciation, we've prepared an awesome surprise for you. We've collabed with a few professional artists and designers to make 6 posters depicting some of our most iconic builds. And we're giving you the opportunity to buy a digital copy of one of those posters. And at a bargain price, just $2 a piece. And if you order all 6 posters at once, the entire set is only going to cost you $10. After payment goes through, the posters will be emailed to you in high resolution. You can print them, hang them on your wall, or give them to someone as a gift. By purchasing these posters, you will really help support our channel in these difficult times. And the more of these we sell, the more great content we'll be able to make for you going forward. So if you want to support our channel, go ahead and buy a digital download. The link's in the description. Hey there, fellas. I suppose we've all played with inertia car toys when we were kids. The inertia mechanism is basically comprised of a step-up gear and a flywheel. It's about a 1:20 ratio. It's fairly simple, so let's go ahead and set up one for a full-size car. We make a full-size inertia car toy. How far will it go? Translation and voiceover by BMI Russian. Right, so the big flywheel that we're going to be spinning up is going to be transferring the torque. Over here we have a pulley. It's driven by a couple of V-belts. So yeah, they're going to be transferring the torque to this differential. We've gone ahead and added another differential into the mix. Where you've got the input flange, that's where we installed the pulleys. The diff itself is welded. The prop shaft is connected to the axle shaft flange. And on the other side, we connect to the prop shaft end of a lot axle diff. When the actual prop shaft is going to be spinning the first differential, the pulleys will get the flywheel up to speed. We want to get the flywheel up to a good rotational speed to ensure we roll further in distance. The faster we get it to spin, the further the car is going to roll. And once we press the clutch pedal or shut the engine off, disconnect it from what's going on back here, we'll see reverse action coupled with reduction. So the flywheel won't be having that much of a hard time. And our hope would be for this layout to work wonders. Now it's all a matter of installing the flywheel itself, which shouldn't take too long. Okay, well, let's carry on with the assembly process then. Let's do this. Check this out. This is how we've got everything set up. That's the flywheel right there. And it actually consists of 2 layers, 25 and 16 mil thick. We used whatever we had at our immediate disposal. The shaft, this is something you'd find on a drilling rig. Here you've got some bearings in their casing. Also, we've got a couple of pulleys. the V-belts. Same as what we showed you underneath the car. Now this enormous thing weighs about 200 kilos. I gave it a quick spin and see how long it continues. What if I try stopping it by grabbing the shaft? Yeah, it's doable, but it requires quite some strength. I expect this to handily propel a car forward. Yeah, it should do a really good job. Here we've got a couple of belts, and this rudimentary device. With no tension, the belts are just going to slip. But here we have a lever with some rollers. When they press down, that'll put some tension on the belts, and that's going to transfer the torque to that differential, which in turn is going to send it to the wheels. So now let's get the whole thing balanced, and try spinning it up to see how it handles torque transfer duties. Let's do this. Yeah, this feels pretty good. I mean, yeah, the car is trying to get this to spin, but it's nice that the belts are slipping slightly. But now let's bring up the tension. Start the engine, and try setting off. Will we have enough? Does the engine have enough power to spin them? Not while it's cold. But it is rotating, and that's with the car still stationary. That is quite a rate of speed. Look at it go. And that's with you just standing in place. Say what? Too slow. Nah, we good, it'll get there. Yeah, it is struggling, but it's nothing catastrophic. Finally, with no clutch. What? That's with no clutch. Release the clutch, press it in. Engine is still running. Apparently... apparently... that's idle. That is, an impressive rotational speed. That does not look like an 8-fold increase to me. At least it'll help break the bearings in. Alright, the engine is running, so there's that. Let's go. Oh, right, I forgot to dial up the tension. We are off. The flywheel is gonna help us get over the hump on this hoist. Alright, awesome. Okay, stalled the engine. It is moving. But I am roasting the clutch. No surprise, I guess. But the car just continues to move along. And so far, we are taking it very easy. Am I going to be able to take the turn? So look here, the system works as far as I can tell. The reduction is pretty extreme. It results in the flywheel spinning at an impressive rate of speed. And so I think we should pack up and take this party to the test track. Without going any higher than first, I'm just gonna get up to speed while keeping the engine pretty much at idle. just to place the jerry can wherever. I get to there, switch the engine off, and to see how far the car is able to coast. Let's go. I am pretty much at idle right now. I make it to the jerry can. Engine off. And on this surface, the car only coasted about 7 meters before it came to a stop. Now I get some distance back, engage the flywheel with the help of the belts, and from there we see how much further we're able to coast, if there's even a difference. Let's do this. Engine off. I am not pressing any of the pedals, engine is off, we're in neutral. The flywheel is spinning, and the car is moving. We're moving, this requires some steering input. If we were to properly balance the thing, we could spin it way more enthusiastically. I'm actually quite nervous, because an imbalance can wreak havoc. Almost at a stop. And there we are. Let me step out, and what do we got? Holy cow. Right, that would be 50 meters. But with how much this weighs, we didn't have enough space to get up to the speed we would have gotten up to if we weren't running this flywheel. But I'll try creating a bit of extra distance in an attempt to... So that's about engine off. Neutral, letting off the clutch. And the flywheel is all that's propelling us. $50 meters on first attempt. Time for me to step out. I've gone twice as far. Holy cow. The guys have whipped out the meter, and let's see. What, do you guys walk around in pairs? Following you was exhausting. Oh, so you're tired. How much does it say on the thing? 123 meters. Show me. 123 meters. That's how far the car coasted, with the engine switched off and everything, thanks to that lovely flywheel. So while gently accelerating with the flywheel deactivated, the car only coasted about 7 meters. Then we started using the flywheel. The first time it propelled us 50 meters forward, and during round 2, we were carrying about the same speed as we were the first time around. But that time the flywheel carried the car not 50, but 123 meters forward. That is quite a bit of kinetic energy. Alright, so check this out. The car is on a jack, the wheels... well, they're in the air. And now I'm gonna start the engine, spin the wheels up. Together with that flywheel, from there I switch the engine off. We drop the car and see how far the inertia is able to take us. What do you think? Will I at least cover the 123 meters I did last time? Tell us in the comments. Okay, I've released the clutch. The engine is at idle, and bring me down. Everything is disengaged, it's all good and well. We're moving, and I didn't see whether we spun the wheels, but I'm sure we did. We did not. Okay, we have made it to the first 50-meter marker. I'll step out and just let it coast on its own. What are we looking at? How much? I've already stepped out. There's nothing wrong with it driving another half a meter with me not in the car. Oh, holy cow, almost 67 meters. 66. I'd say this is a pretty good result. 200 kilos, 1 meter in diameter, packs a wallop. But I'm not gonna lie, that was very sketchy. I was pretty nervous on account of it spinning behind me. Even though we did weld on these catches out of rebar just in case something were to break off. The bearing casings are made of iron and are designed to cope with significant stress, but you never know. And so we decided to play it safe. Now at the end of the day, this isn't something we drew out on paper. We've actually implemented it in practice and now we know. This actually works, and isn't that an interesting thing? I'm sure we can think of something else we can try. So why don't you share some of your suggestions in the comments? I'd love to read them. And that's it for this video. Catch you guys later.